This week, as I sat trying to think of something to tell all of you, I found myself at a loss. After all, what could Zach Shelton, an 18-year-old ginger, who spends most of his free time watching action movies, tell you, my fellow classmates, that would affect any of you at all? With this in mind, I decided that I'd just spend the next few minutes revisiting our journey so far, in an attempt to see what kind of knowledge and experience we've gained during our time together. So we first come to kindergarten, where we began by spending our time playing games, reading books with lots of pictures, and napping. What's funny is that I'm pretty sure each of us would have killed for a nap period in our high school schedule, even though we didn't appreciate it very much when we were younger. In fact, some of us went ahead and took naps during our classes. In first and second grade, we learned how to add, subtract, and read. Finally, we didn't need the pictures anymore to understand the books that we read. Tragically, at that age, we witnessed a moment that changed the world on September 11th, 2001. That horrible day's effect on the world can still be seen by each of us today. In third, fourth, and fifth grades, we learned to multiply, divide, and work to expand our vocabularies. Then, for the first time, we all came together as a single student body in middle school. Now, I don't recall much of the knowledge that I learned in those 3 years, but I just like to share some of the things that I don't think I'll ever be able to forget about them. First of all, I remember going to Washington, D.C. with many of you, and being Brian, that was our tour guide's Burton brother, in addition to sneaking through Victoria's Secret with Rem Zimmerman and Mr. Burkett. I also remember Lottie Crummell and friends deciding to hang out under the bleachers. As our knowledge grew, so too did the Jonas Brothers' fame and Matt DeLuca's ego. Since then, the Jonas Brothers have all but disappeared. Matt's ego hasn't. After 3 awkward years of voice changes, growth spurts, and learning to shave, we finally moved into the big leagues, high school. Walking into these halls for the first time as freshmen, we were scared, got lost, and even had to speak to scary upperclassmen. We also found out that the school wasn't in the most pristine condition. I don't think I'll ever forget being forced out of Mrs. Andrews' room because of mold, wasps, and a number of other unsavory things that were growing inside of her walls halfway through my first year. But we survived. And before we knew it, we were sophomores. Now, having been here for a whole year, we were naturally the experts on the school. We ordered people to go through the right-hand door, gave directions, and looked down on those extremely immature freshmen, telling ourselves that there was no way we had ever acted like them. No longer afraid of anything, we confidently moved through the year and became juniors. As juniors, things changed a bit. Suddenly, we were being told that we needed to prepare for standardized tests, look for colleges, and maintain high grades. Junior year was pretty rough, and although our test scores left a lot to be desired, we survived. And finally, we were seniors. As top dogs, you would think that we would feel cocky, entitled, or superior in some way. But that wasn't the case. In fact, the only thing I ever heard from fellow seniors was, "Get me out of here." It seems like we've all been looking forward to graduation night for all of senior year. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're finally here. After tonight, we'll part ways and enter the real world, keeping old friends, but making new ones each day. And with that comes the only advice that I can think to give any of you. Never write yourselves off as being less than you are, because I firmly believe that you each have a gift that will help us in the world of tomorrow. You may not be an amazing artist like Liberty Martin, or have an outstanding fashion sense like Morgan Furness or Zoe Tisco, or have an awesome six-pack like Ben Rapp. But I promise that you've each been blessed with a gift that you can use to help the world somehow. As Albert Einstein said, everyone is a genius, but if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, it will live its whole life believing it is stupid. I can't stand here and promise each of you that the world is a kind place and that it will always share its blessings with you. But I have faith that by embracing your gifts and by working hard, everyone in this room right now can achieve his or her full potential. I wish each of you a healthy and happy future, and I pray that you all find your place in the world after you leave here tonight. Congratulations, class of 2012. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the night.